Cancer. I want to deny, force through my lips, the ugliest word. It comes out as a whisper. Voice barely audible. I'm not ready to own, not ready to embrace. It's been 3 days. Shock still guarding me, protecting my heart and quieting my mind. The diagnosis, cervical cancer. It hit me with the weight of a ton of bricks. The words flying at me, piling on my shoulders, leaning against my chest and weighing down my heart. Tears and pain filling the room. Cervical cancer, chance of a full hysterectomy, check the lymph nodes, CT scan, specialist, blood work. Still carry a baby. The entirety of the disease is uncertain. Radiation, cesarean. Chances are good. Survival rate is 99%. Not terminal, healthy, young, surgery. My family and I walked out of the doctor's office in a daze, following instructions like robots, made the unavoidable phone calls and then put it away. Exchanging the sorrow for celebration, I spent the next 72 hours in a place of love and gratitude, enjoying life, indulging in delicious food, sipping strong cocktails, and laughing carelessly. My focus remains on the gifts in my life, the amazing people I call my friends, the incredible family I was born into, and the memorable experiences I'm treated to, and the love I'm surrounded with. This is how I tackle challenge. This is how I will tackle cancer. This is how I will beat this disease, like a warrior. Yeah. And I did. This blog entry was written in July of 2012, just 3 months after my 30th birthday. I was young, healthy, happy, full of life, and filled with hope that I'd be okay. I had a dad who'd beaten cancer 4 times, a sweet mom to soothe my soul and nurture my wounds, and a strong boyfriend reassuring me we'd make it through to the brighter side. The weeks that followed were full of needles and scans, meetings, talk of possibilities, expected outcomes, fear and uncertainty, with a high risk that I would lose both my uterus and ovaries. I went through the taxing process, both physically and emotionally, of freezing my eggs, so I could possibly have little minis someday. After 6 weeks of hormone shots, ultrasounds, poking and prodding, 18 eggs were frozen and tucked in a drawer in Beverly Hills, awaiting someday. 3 months after diagnosis, I had surgery back home in Michigan, surrounded by my family and friends. I woke up in Henry Ford Hospital to a life-altering reality. They had found cancerous cells in my lymph nodes. Both my cervix and uterus had been removed, and chemotherapy and radiation were in my near future. Although this had been on the list of possibilities, my heart wasn't ready to hear. I spent the next 2 weeks healing at home with my mom and dad. Anxious to return to life as normal, I quickly tricked myself into thinking I was on the fast track to being my old self again. Shortening my stay in Michigan, I jumped on a plane back to California weeks earlier than planned. Everything in me wanted to move past this cancer bump and get back to the life I knew. What I wasn't prepared for was the deep, dark hole cancer was about to take me down. 2 months after surgery and settled back in on the West Coast, I started my post-surgery treatment. Radiation 5 days a week, paired with chemotherapy. I spent most days in solitude, feeling weak and guilty for having nothing to give. I didn't recognize myself, and I couldn't feel anything. What once excited me or brought me joy felt dull. I was draining my caretaker, my amazing boyfriend who took me into his home and supported me during this darkness, and I was shooing off my sweet friends who attempted to visit and make me smile. I needed a bigger support group, and most importantly, I needed people who understood. With the encouragement of my oncologist, I began attending weekly women's cancer group at the Cancer Support Community in Redondo Beach. These women were often the highlight of my day. That something that got me out of bed. Being surrounded by people who knew exactly what I was experiencing became fuel to my broken soul. With every story I told or reassurance I received from another, I healed. And then I reached a layer of pain that needed more exploration, more attention, more guidance. Centered around the loss of that precious gift that was to be mine, the ability to create, carry, nurture, and bond with the miracle inside my body, I began one-on-one counseling at CSC. This is where the deep-rooted pain and fear of cancer was uncovered, navigated, and sifted through. This is where I realized and finally accepted that the life I was living before my diagnosis and everything I had envisioned for myself was now forever changed. I was gently guided through the process of letting go of the Sara I once knew and slowly made room for the stronger, more resilient, more powerful warrior that cancer allowed me to be. I think back on those dark and fear-filled months of transition after treatment and before I found the cancer support community. When the weekly checkups stopped, the daily radiation came to an end, the chemo no longer pumped through my veins, and I was just placed into the world, no longer a patient, but a survivor. Void of a vision, completely lost, unsure of my next move, and pained beyond belief by the reality that was now mine. The doctors and medicine killed my cancer, but the cancer support community saved my life. It has to continue. It has to exist. There are so many Saras out there who feel broken and lost and fearful. We need the CSC and their free life-saving resources so we can all uncover our warrior within and truly beat this ugly word, cancer. Now I know each of you came here tonight with big hearts and open wallets. You want to help. You're drawn to give back. So I encourage all of you to double that amount you anticipated donating, double it for all the cancer warriors out there who have yet to find the cancer support community, those who are just beginning their cancer journey, and for those like myself who depend on the CSC for a little survivorship maintenance from time to time. Raise your stars. Thank you.